Hey guys, Georgia here, back with another one. You guys know what time it is. Welcome to the channel. We still have our boy Reshiram because obviously Reshiram is representing for black and white. We still have some more ETBs for y'all. 4 of those ETBs going up against, we have our Miriam there for a reason. Going up some base set. We got these 4 build and battle. Obviously 4 more than the 36 that we have in our ETB. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and get some of these loose ones because again, remember Build and Battle had boxes and they had packs in those boxes. So we're gonna get some of those, open them up really quick just to see what's in there and not consider them for the rounds, because we are doing this because first and last set basically for Scarlet and Violet, no black and white, is the last set. So gonna finish it off there, put against our first and our last. So make sure to stick around and see what we get. Very good, guys. So what we're gonna end up doing, since each box from the Build and Battles basically was 11 packs, those 3 loose packs, I picked 1 from each box and I put them with the Build and Battle boxes. So each one is gonna be 9. So it's gonna be 9 versus 9, again, basically ETB versus ETB. And all these leftovers, which are 2 from each of the 3, we're gonna go ahead and open them now, see what would have been, and just these are going to be their own little counter. They're not going to go against black and white, but it's a nice little appetizer, little starter to our comparison of black and white and Scarlet and Violet base set. First era versus last of the era. So let's go ahead and see what is in these 8 packs. See if that would have helped better to go against the competition for black and white. But obviously we have our Fuecoco here to help us open. So let's go ahead and start with these 8 packs. What would have been, or what would have been in these in the competition and stuff. Obviously, still 1 of the front. Let's go ahead and see what would have been. Gardevoir starting off. So a Gardevoir, nice start there. And she'll just go right there. I'm going to put him either way in the hit pile, but it's not going to count towards the rounds, obviously. Here with our packs, we're just basically doing 9 for 9 ETBs as if they were ETBs. Obviously, maybe with those 3 loose packs the probability changes a little bit, but we're gonna see either way what would have been possibility wise. Again, each one is their own build and battle, so you would have gotten what you got in the build and battles anyways. So maybe these 3 loose wouldn't have done really that much. Just like there is only Gardevoir, our regular EX, not one of the big Gardevoirs. So maybe all of these would have just been a little helper instead of actually anything worth it at this point. But again, these are just a little refresher. And then we're going to start with the actual round. Another EX, just a Miraidon. So if that's what's going to be happening, I'm pretty sure all of them are going to be like that as well. Because the ones that had probably more stuff in them were the build and battles. These are just 3 loose packs, which we say it's loose, but maybe they were decided from the start where they were gonna go. Who knows? But so far, just 2 EXs out of 8 packs. Not bad. Just random 8 packs. Not even though they're not really random, they did come out of those boxes, but again, I took 1 from each, so maybe that 1 had something in it. Well, we will see. But again, we won't see specifically because I just put it on the top, actually, so we will see. I just put them on the top of the other 8. So we will see if any of those would have been something here, which is great that they're not because they are going towards the rounds. So there's a Dolive. Dolive would have been something to go. And I'm not going to put her on a throne either because she doesn't count towards the rounds yet. So she's just going to be right there. And let's see what this last one would have been. Out of 8 packs, did we get 50%? Let's see how it turns out. But either way, these don't really count towards the rounds, like I said. Not really. So there's 3 hits out of 3 packs, 2 EXs, and an illustration rare right there. So now let's get into the competition right here. This one is going to be rounds versus rounds now. So let's see what our first round gives us. Our first round of Scarlet and Violet base set. versus black and white. First, this was in the loose packs. So this was the first pack. I just put each first pack on top. So this, one of the loose packs would have been a Gyarados and a Toedscool. So these guys are going right there next to each other. He will be taking the throne because, again, this guy is a throne card. It's an illustration rare. So there he goes. Next one. Because that would have been the top of the base, or that would have been the top pack of the triples that I picked. And it goes to show you that they do have stuff in them. Pretty good stuff. Again, it's just an illustration rare. At this point, base set isn't really worth much, but now that it's gonna end, they will probably go up in price. We will see that as we go on, but now that Scarlet and Violet is about to end, I'm pretty sure these packs and these prices of the cards could potentially take a spike and go up. Because now, in Sandile, another illustration rare, but Toedscool is cooler, so I'll just leave him here and put that one over there. Like, I think the black and white art of Sandile has more of the concept of what he is down better than them. Shows the underground, so you can see them basically under the ground, which the X-ray vision you wouldn't have in real life, but it shows you what it's like for them under the sand. But that art is like a starting concept art of what the black and white one is. I like that one more than this one. So even though it was a nice little starter, the newer one's better in my opinion. Got our Cycles arm. And starting with 2 illustration rares, pretty good for base set because black and white has the illustration rares down. So maybe it could even potentially take some rounds, which I'm thinking black and white will take them, but previously we did some Surging Sparks versus black and white as well, and it did end up taking at least 1 round from them. So maybe this one will also just be taking a round, maybe 2, maybe they tie, we don't know. But here in our last pack, we have our last chance for an extra card to go ahead and go against our round here. We'll see how it turns out with our code and our triple being, what? Wow. Spidops and Arcanine to finish this off. We got a freaking alt in the first round. So, rarity-wise, base set starting off very strong. 2 illustration rares, 2 EXs, and an alt. Even though this alt is $5. Pokegears too, like remember the Pokegears and stuff came out here. It's starting the round very strong against black and white with our Pokeball here, which ain't gonna count towards anything because they are just Pokeballs. At least here there aren't any A-specs in base set to go against it. But again, it has its work cut out for it. Hopefully white shows up and does some big stuff. But if not, base set is taking the first round, which kind of surprises me. I wasn't expecting that. But we still have the entire round to go, obviously. So, oh, Heatmore and Bouffalant. So, we needed Heatmore. Very good. So, that's a nice one. I love when the cards have more than just the protagonist Pokemon. Because right there, we got the Durant there. He's looking for Durant. There's the Durant card where they're under this tree or under a tree trunk. So, he's looking for some food. But starting off, we already got an illustration rare and an EX down, and we needed that illustration rare. So always great to get cards out of the master set. For white, we need a lot of illustration rares still, so good one to get taken out. Even though our Heatmore looks kind of dumb in my opinion, but we do need him, so it's a nice one to get. But again, I love seeing that there's other Pokemon in there, just like Spidops. There's a Scyther. Yeah, Heatmore's like $4 right now. Just like in Spidops, there's a Scyther, and then the connection to the Tarantula. Oh my god, Ducklet's not expensive. Ducklet's $11, and he's a very cute card, and we're missing him too, so. But Spadops shows Scyther, and then also the connection to Tarantula right there. So I like that they're connected, basically. It shows more to the story. And Scyther is there for I don't know what reason. He's just flying in there. Probably just to make more connection. But I like that they're connected, at least in that sense. But let's keep it going here. Got our Dino, Herdier, and Cafagirius. And right now, pretty low on the uptake for white. Low in the sense that we are getting through these packs. There's already half the box here with this one. And I'm not really seeing anything. There's our Pokeball of Swanna. And again, these Pokeballs aren't counting towards it. So if you hear any noise, don't worry about it. We're just checking stuff as we're going on the fly. So it's okay. Nothing to be thinking about. But again, we're missing Pokeballs, Master Balls, just reverses too. I think the only reverse we're missing is Golett, and he's a black Bolt card. So hopefully we can pull him by the end of this. We've done a couple already, and we still haven't pulled him. So Frillish, we have Frillish, yes. I remember seeing this one, but that's 2 illustration rares against our 2 illustration rares over there. So they are at least tied out, but we need another EX and special illustration rare. So let's see. I'm kind of thinking that White Flare will not be getting it, but that's fine. One round can be sacrificed for black and white. Obviously, either one wins, it's fine, but goes to show you that just because it's a special set, it don't mean squat, because depends on the luck of the draw, guys, always. Which again here, 2 illustration rares in White Flare isn't bad, but obviously it could be better. We got Trubbish, Virizion, and Basculin, and our last pack. Let's see if it brings anything here in the last one. If not, it will end up losing this one. But we got our Litwick, our Stunfisk, another Pokeball, and a loss for black and white. So second round, let's see how it goes for base set again. These are not the same boxes, so they could all be kind of crazy. Depends on our luck here, but goes to show you, doesn't need to be a special set in order to beat out with rounds at least. But base set, having his last hoorah, at least right now with us, because it is basically the end of the era, Scarlet and Violet. That's why we decided to do this video, comparison of the beginning of the era to the end of the era. Scarlet and Violet is going to be going soon, or as soon as the next set comes out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be gone. Obviously, when the new set comes out, it's going to be gone. But I mean, like, when the new set comes out, I'm pretty sure it's going to be called like the Legends of Z or whatever. I don't know what it will be called, because the Legends of Z, what will be the Pokemon there? Well, they're going to be new legendaries, obviously. So Scarlet and Violet, what kinds of ideas do you guys think will be coming for that one? It's basically in the city. It looks like it's all in the city. I don't know if there's going to be any way out of there, but it's separated like a city in different parts, etc., etc. So what would be a good name for the new set? We had Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Black and Scarlet and Violet. What is going to be the next set? Let me know down in those comments what you think the next set's going to be called, guys. And right, another Toad School. There we go. Another one of these boys. So right now an EX and an illustration rare. Double Toad School, double run-in. So that's going to happen again. Different boxes, different possibilities. We never know. We could get another Spadops. You never know. So it all depends on our luck. Palmot, another illustration. So double illustration again here in this build-in battle. Same Toad School, but at least a different second one. Got another one EX, Let's see if we can get another one. Another double pack would be dope. Maybe we can get another illustration or maybe a special in there with an EX. We don't know. But there's a Wiglet. Very nice. Nice little... Don't really care about Wiglet. But again, here's what I'm talking about. We got our Psyduck there. Wiglet. Love this. That poison Pokemon that I don't know the name of. And also that little Horsey Pokemon. It's not Horsey, but I don't remember the name of it either. And then there's a Slowpoke all the way over there in the back. So these are the kinds of cards that are really dope to me. That's 3 illustration rares. 3 illustration rares and an EX. Making it so hard for black and white. White needed to beat a special illustration. Now black needs to be 3 illustration rares. A reverse Arven also, but obviously it's not going to the rarities. But last pack. Let's see if we can make it one more hit. Base set is bringing it. Trying to show the newcomer what is a thing or two. So 3 illustration rares and an EX to beat. These boxes, these build and battle boxes are making it very interesting. I'm loving it because was not expecting them to bring it, honestly. But here with Black Bolt, we need 3 illustration rares and an EX. EX should probably be the easiest, but the rest is where, yes, black and white stars with illustration rares, but like you saw in the previous one, we got 2 illustration rares in white flare. Let's see how Black Bolt shows up here. There's our code for y'all. Hopefully you guys have been getting enough of these where you're almost done or have the entire set digitally. So we got our Drillbur, Escalier, and Conkeldurr. Nothing again. Just our Pokeball, which again ain't counting. It can't count. So you could probably say that's a little unfair there, but honestly, it's probably the best thing that it doesn't, because then it wouldn't have any chances against Scarlet and Violet base set, in the sense that they would need more cards in order to count. But still, in these 2 boxes, base set is bringing it, like I said. So we need some big stuff from black and white. Got our Beartic and a Haxorus, and nothing so far, just a Pokeball, which the Pokeball isn't going towards the round, like I said already. But it's pretty weird. Hopefully the other half of the box is loaded or something, because right now, Pokeball, yeah, there we go. So there's those packs always like that. We got our EX, a Pokeball, and an illustration rare. So now we need to take down 2 more illustration rares, because here it takes down 1, it takes down the EX, but we need 2 more of these guys, and we got 4 packs left. So goes to show you, you never know how these will turn out. But be putting down our Frillish, our Caracosta will go right there, and I'll just put these bad boys in the background. But now with that, we need a couple more cards to go. 2 more illustration rares, at least. Obviously, we got a special or anything big like that, it changes the tone a lot, but depends on if it comes out or not. We got our Darmanitan, Fennel, and another Caracosta. And our last 3 packs. Bringing it down to the wire. We need 2 illustration rares in order to have base set lose this round, or have base set win this round if it doesn't. Got our Pokeball Thundurus, and nothing else. And again, these guys, we need just the Master Ball, I think, of Thundurus, but we'll see. But no, again, nothing there. Just the Pokeball. Last 2 packs is Scarlet and Violet base set. Gonna take this entire video. We'll see. But again, can't give up. We got our Master Ball right there of Venipede. Doesn't count towards anything though. So again, it is living it up to our last pack, which honestly, I don't think it's gonna do it. Let's see. Let us see. Leave down in those comments, guys, with how we're doing right now. Who do you think is gonna win? Base set or black and white. Got our Clink, Electric, and Volcarona. Second round goes to base set as well. So second round goes to base set as well. Let's see how this third round goes. If it's as big as it has been already, these build and battle boxes are the GOATs at this point. Again, these top packs are all from the loose 3 that were there. So, nice. We have a Jock and a full art to start us off. Another special illustration. So, we're pulling stuff, guys. A special illustration again, Jock. But again, nonetheless, here with base set, the sad thing is that they're not really worth much. I think he's also $5 right there on the screen when I'm editing. But still, rarity-wise, it's going for it. It has a full art and a special already, guys. So it's bringing the heat with hits, at least. So let's see how this will end for base sets. Right now, in previous videos, we've done a base set. Sometimes we're left hanging with a lot of cards missing. But right now, again, these build and battles are crazy, yo. We have a gold Koraidon. So I don't think black and white is really going to do much here. Again, so these have been crazy, guys. Again, 3 illustrations in a box is crazy for base sets. 5 hits with a special is crazy for base set. But now a special, a full art, and a gold already. We still have a couple of packs left. So I don't know if base set was... I don't remember it being like this. Because we've opened booster boxes when they've given us nothing. And right now, yeah, $4 for Koraidon. That's how sad that is. But right now, these guys are bringing the heat, at least with hits. Orvin as well. Jesus Christ. This build and battle is freaking crazy. Oh my God. And they've all been in the same freaking build and battle, guys. Like, the build and battle boxes are 4 and then 1 lose by themselves. This guy's only $9. I'm gonna take him for me because I don't have him. So, but it's a special illustration nonetheless. That's 2 specials, a gold, a freaking full art. What else is left here? Oh my God. Oh, they're not expensive at all, but again, getting these kinds of hits in the same boxes, like this is all the same build in battle box, guys. I haven't mixed them up. We're not confused. They're not mixed or anything. These are all from build and battle. I don't know if these last base set boxes that we are getting had something ramped up, whatever, but already 2 special illustrations and a gold. We need the monochrome cards in order for White Flare to even do anything. Or get a special illustration at least. There's 2 that it needs to beat, so if we don't get any, there's no point in that battle. There's our Klefki. And our last pack. Let's see if we get 1 more card. Why not? 1 more to bring it. Just a regular EX. Let's see. Got our Houndour. And that's fine. We have 2 special illustrations, a full art, and a secret in order to beat this 3rd round. So even though it's just 4 hits, those 4 hits are pretty hard to come by, especially in White Flare. So let's see how it goes for White Flare. Hopefully we get at least a special. If we get the secret, that'll be crazy. Again, we still have the chance for a God pack. So if we get a God pack, then maybe it'll be able to do something. But this EX doesn't do anything because we have a full art. We don't have an EX. So we need to get another EX in order to be able to do anything to that full art. And then from there, it has everything else to beat. So there's your code. And let's see which possibilities of God pack are not 0. They're just highly unlikely. There's our Pokeball and our Chandelure, which our Pokeball just goes to the back. Don't do nothing because just a Pokeball. We still need some big stuff either way. Base sets is really bringing the hype here for the end of its era. I don't know why, but we just got really lucky with these building battles. And they've been stuck here, piling up until we had time to record. So there it goes. There's a Master Ball of Durant. So again, doesn't count towards anything, but still, Master Ball nonetheless. I think we need it. If we don't, well, we don't. But it's another Master Ball. Very good to be getting here in our ETBs. Which again, these are all ETBs. 9 packs in each. Versus our building battles where these guys had 11. Again, 1 from those loose packs that come with them. And then everything else follows along with it. We got our Rogan Rolla Pokeball. Going right there to the back as well. I thought it said selling rocks as the other attack, but it's rolling rocks. Selling rocks would have been funnier, but obviously Pokemon doesn't go for funny. At least, I don't think. And we did miss it. The Master Ball. We didn't have it, so that's a good acquisition. We needed that Master Ball. So, again, it goes great because of our Master Set. Ooh, Pig Knight. Nice. We have this guy already, so it's okay. But I don't even know what he's playing with. Is he eating dumplings? Yeah, he's eating something. Probably potatoes. Something like that. But we got an illustration rare. Which this guy doesn't really do anything either. We have special illustrations, not illustration rares, so makes it difficult. We so far have an illustration rare and an EX. So let's see how the rest of this goes. Nope, not 3. We're going to see if we can get a God Pack. Got our Tool Scraper, our another Pokeball, and our Reshiram. So again, here with this Reshiram, I'll take down our full art of Great Tusk with our 2 EXs. But we still need more stuff. At least 2 illustrations will take down a special illustration. But right now at the moment, with our 3 packs left, what we need is a God Pack. That's the only way I think this will do anything. Because even if we get the Monochrome will take down Koraidon. Because they are both the secrets in that set, respective sets. So pretty difficult here for White Flare. I'm thinking maybe I'll just take 1 round with Black Bolt in the next one, but again, we don't know how base set is gonna leave that round. But we got our Duwat and our Terrakion, which again, this has been a pretty sad one. Sad in the sense that we haven't got really anything with white. Obviously Pig Knight and the Pokeballs and stuff and our Master Ball, but comparative wise, they can't tool. Yamask, nice. And Jellicent too. We needed that Yamask, so two illustration rares there, meaning we can take down 1 of the special illustrations, but this extra EX can't do really much on its own. That Yamask did change it a little bit. We need it, so I'm gonna put him on the throne there. So, Master Set wise, very good, but round wise, let's go into base set again. And our last round, even though the pile on black and white looks a lot bigger, the hit rate and the hit rarities on base sets are way above what we're looking for. So, starting off with nothing, so that's fine. That one that I pulled loose from the triple pack had nothing in them, so that's good. Now here are both of the boxes of the build and battle. Each one had 4 obviously in there, and the deck, the mini deck. So let's see how this one ends up turning out. Maybe this last one will be a little more of a letdown, or maybe it'll surprise us with some big stuff again. But it's always coming down to what we see and what ends up getting pulled, which right now at the start kind of seems like a letdown, but at the start over there, no, at the start in the 3rd round we got a full art and a secret, so, or a special. So we'll see how this one ends up being. There's our EX of Spedops, so he's just gonna get put right there and put in the back. So just a regular EX to start us off, something from base set at least. Because again, Now with these in build and battle, just like we were in the glory, maybe we'll go down the hill now. All depends on what we end up pulling, obviously. And that was the end of one of the build and battle boxes. Now, this other one is the other build and battle box. These 4 packs, we'll see if they had anything in them. A gold nest ball, crazy. Wow, I think he's the highest of the golds. The nest ball, $8 still, okay, but nice gold nonetheless. We got a gold again. again and again. Another gold. Damn. Base set really did not want to finish off, sadly, honest, I think. Because now we're getting a lot of the good big hits in the sense that they're not worth anything, at least now. But maybe later on they will. And right now, pulling them is freaking awesome because now black and white has hard stuff to go against. It's difficult because they're the secrets. And the secrets for black and white are not coming out, honestly. So, makes it a little more difficult. And our last pack here will make the final decision of what it needs to go against. Just an EX and a gold right now. But let's see what will be. Last one. Starly, and just that. An EX and a gold to finish. So, speaking of rarity-wise, guys, here's secret. Our nest ball. It's a gold. So the only thing that would be able to knock it down would be a monochrome card. Rarity-wise, we're talking about rarity. Obviously, if we get a lot of illustrations, which is definitely possible, we're not going for comparisons in that sense. We're going for rarity, and we need a monochrome card in order to take it down. So, either we get a monochrome, Zekrom, that's not bad, a full art. Either we get a monochrome, or we get 2 special illustrations, which, as you guys see, no special illustrations have even come out. So that's what makes it hard here. And another thing that could beat it, a God pack. Why? Because there's a special illustration in there, but there's also a lot of illustrations in there. So that's the only chance it has at the moment. Dynamo, very good. We have this one already. But still, good little looking card. I'm gonna leave Yamask there because we haven't pulled Yamask, and Yamask looks pretty cool right there around its ruins and the flowers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch that one out. There's our code. Now let's see. Got our drill burr. Our Pokeball is Elgian, End's Plan, and a Meloetta. Right now, none of these doing anything. Even if we accumulate, not really going to count towards anything. Probably discuss at the end, but we need to get something big in order for that to happen. Because right now, an illustration and an EX and a full art, not really going to count towards it, I would expect. There's our code. And our 3 for the... Oh, no, not the 3. So you gotta look at all. There's our Larvesta. Got our Snivy, Clink, and Cabolion. Or Cabelion. Or whatever you want to say for those guys. We still do have a lot of these to go. This is number 5 of the ones that are missing. So, again, Black Bolt hasn't given us a God pack. So, maybe... it could give us one. Got 4 left, so let's see how it turns out. There's our code and our pack. No God there. Got our Behaim, Minchino again. I say again because in the previous one we pulled this guy, and we do these really much in succession. So another illustration right there. And again, I still like how Yamask looks, so it's going to stay there for now. So 2 illustration rares, a full art, and an EX. Does have to change the terrain a little bit. There's the Pokeball of Arduino. We needed that one. I think it was the one that was missing. And a EX of Zekrom. So Amounts. It's already beaten in amounts, but rarity-wise, it's not beating it in rarity. So, put our Arduino there in the back, and our Zekrom. And then our last 2 packs, guys. 2 more. Let's see. Yeah, we needed that Pokeball. Pretty sure it was, and I think that's the end of that one. So, that finishes off Arduino, because we also have her illustration rare. We got our Fungus, Electros, and Thundurus. And in our last pack, what else do we have to stack against? Our Nest Ball. Rarity-wise, obviously, guys, comparison is that, not how many we get. But there's our Petlil, our Amoonguss, Timber, Pokeball, and Timber it is. So to sum up, guys, a different sum up here. We're actually going to start with black and white and not the other one. So goes to show you. We got 12 Pokeballs, and now our EXs. We got 2 Bouffalant, Excadrill, Reshiram, Zekrom, Jellicent, and Meloetta. Only got 1 Full Art, which is our Zekrom. 2 Master Balls, our Durant, which we needed, but our Venipede we didn't need, but Master Ball nonetheless. Got a bunch of illustration rares, which ends up being the last thing here for black and white. Our 3 black cards are Tynamo, Caracosta, and Minchino. And our 4 white are Frillish, Pignite, Heatmore, and Yamask, which these 2 we needed. These 2 we already have, but 4 illustration rares there for white. Now, base set. I'm going to start with our EXs, which we only got 4. Arcanine, Gyarados, Koraidon, and Spadops. We only got 1 full art here as well. Our Great Tusk. Illustration rares, we got 4, or 5 actually, never mind. Toadscool ended up coming out double. So, Toadscool, Palmont, Wiglet, and Sandile. We got our special illustration rare. We got our special illustration rare. We got another special illustration rare. These guys taking the Silver Crown, triple special illustration rare. And last but not least, our double gold Nest Ball and Koraidon. These guys are taking the gold crown. Base set took both crowns. No crown for black and white, even though we did miss or did need some of those cards. They are going all to base set. But that's been the video, guys. I've been Georgia Short. Let me know what you thought in those comments. The end of an era and the beginning of an era. How did it go? Surprised me with all those special illustration rares, but that's what ends up happening sometimes. But go ahead and share the video as well so we can have more people seeing the kinds of hits and the kinds of videos we are making and joining our community. But that's been it. Hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, and a good night whenever you're watching. Peace out.